and see recommendation for changes and findings should be made to ensure that no one person can unilaterally, without the necessary oversight, make democracy, in a system of democracy, make unilateral decisions on multi-million-dollar contracts. Should be a fair and just system with checks and balances for all. Well, I have no doubt that each person up here loves this city greatly. I remain steadfast in my belief that this agreement is not the best interest for the citizens of Baltimore, and I stand firm on the fact that the way that this entire situation has been handled is nothing more than a power grab and move to suit the interests of private industry. I am here today to carry out the work that is necessary to see our city continue to move forward and our government function properly, but that does not mean that I do not have severe concerns about the way that we have gotten to this point. While we will never see eye to eye, I do believe that it's important for us to work together in a more collaborative effort and ensure that the citizens of Baltimore voices are heard and that there is fair and equal balance in our system with checks and balances.
But I wanted to reflect on the last time that I sat in his seat. And during that time, I addressed what I characterize as political theater and games and grandstanding that I think have misled the residents of Baltimore. As the chief executive and CEO of this city, who promised to ensure that our government is being good stewards of our resources, that our taxpayers decide on how we use them, I can assure you that disrupting city business is not what the residents of Baltimore think of when they think of good stewardship. It couldn't be any further from the truth. And let me also repeat this, as I said last week, never, and I repeat, never have I done anything or made any decision that was not in the best interest of those who call this great city home. If there was a better deal to be done, that deal would have been done. This deal is done. The vote from last week is valid. The residents of Baltimore will save money on their utility bills. Had we delayed any longer, we would have denied our residents and ratepayers over $50 million in savings and BGE rate increases. And as public servants, we are charged with moving the city forward. And you all know that I don't expect us to always agree, that means that we have to do what we're required to do, and that's show up for our residents every day. What transpired on the February 14th, 15th, BOE did not meet that leadership that we deserve here in Baltimore. We deserve a board that shows up and has the tough conversations and make the difficult decisions and follows all of the rules.
What we're missing here is a judge. I think we've reached the point where it's clear that we just have to agree to disagree. That the administration, the mayor, the law department definitely feel that there is an interpretation of how the charter works, how the rules work, that is at odds with the way that the council president and I, and not for nothing, but most people that I run into on the street who raise this issue agree with. And that is, you can't abstain at a meeting you're not at. So if the rules as written have a loophole that was not expected by the law department when they signed off on them, that allows for the council president, the controller, to keep a meeting from happening by not showing up, that's unfortunate for them, but it does not change reality for the rest of us. The rules that we all agreed to require all of us to be here to have a legal valid meeting. And in the absence of a member, we're not meeting. Now, that's not going to happen very often for exactly the reasons that the mayor pointed out. When the meeting doesn't happen, city business doesn't happen. And we had a lot of items that did not move forward back on February 15th because there was no meeting. We're not going to do this all the time. But until such a day that either the mayor and city council through charter amendment brought before the members of the body public for Baltimore City, change the composition of the board in such a way that there is not a clear majority advantage for one of the three elected officials on the board. Until that day, it would be an abdication of our responsibility not to use whatever power is given us in the pursuit of what we feel to be the best interests of the city of Baltimore.